question that I see all the time lately is journaling apps or paper journaling? There's so many times where I hear people say, I hate my handwriting, so I'm going to use a journaling app to record my daily journaling. Is that okay? Well, today I'm going to put journaling, apps, and paper journals in a cage match and do a one-on-one comparison. Hi, I'm Scott. I help people start their journaling habits and really make them stick by encouragement. And through journaling, I feel like we can get focus, productivity, and mindfulness. Will you join me? Let's do it together. I'll be releasing videos like this a few times a week. Will you consider hitting subscribe, like, and turn on notifications so that we can stay connected? All right, so let's get started. I'm getting lots of questions like, day one versus journey. Which is better? Can I use these for daily journaling? Or is day one subscription worth it? Or I found this journaling app and the ad says that it'll solve all of my problems. The problem is with these either or questions is that they're very complex, and so there's no easy answer. So let's break it down. I feel like there's three things to be considered here. We've got tracking and logging, we've got handwriting, and we've got journaling apps or typing. Let's start with the first thing, tracking and logging. As a software engineer, I gotta admit that these things are really cool. Step counters, calorie counters, BMI counters, mapping tools that will tell you how far, how long, how fast. They're actually really sweet. There's even an app on the Apple Watch that will tell you to breathe. I know that this is just a meditation thing, but still, it's watching when you breathe. Additionally, many of these apps have social media or journaling twists to them. After a workout, it says, how did you feel? Which is a great question after a workout. You can write down, it rained on me while I ran, which is excellent. It's nice to keep notes on your workouts. Not only that, there's a paper version of trackers too. Some of them are really interesting. I saw one the other day that was in the shape of a circle, like a mandala, and it was pretty sweet. As you filled it out, it was like you were completing the mandala with check marks and colors. Very interesting. In fact, I was inspired. I thought I would just make one myself and begin using it. But is tracking and logging journaling? Not quite. I think it's really good to keep track of stuff. I do it myself, and I use them often, but it's not journaling. So number two, let's talk about digital writing apps. I'll try not to give anything away about my excitement on these things, but many of these apps are really cool. They come with prompts, they come with schedules and reminders, really unique features that I don't know if you'll get those anywhere else. They've got a lot of psychologists sitting down and figuring out like what's the best way of journaling and keeping track of things and becoming more mindful. And they really encourage you to write and write often, which I love. It's really cool. There's another set of apps that are more free-form. So you've got Microsoft OneNote, Google Docs, Evernote. These are things that are at your fingertips all the time. I personally use Microsoft OneNote. I clip and snip and collect research and write down notes. It's really neat how it synchronizes with all of my devices, my phone, my iPad, my computer. But we wouldn't be talking about this if there wasn't a problem with it. So here's the rub. Typing information and copying and pasting and clipping information still doesn't get you to the thing that journaling on paper gets you. All right, let's break it down. The third thing I wanted to talk about is writing on paper versus typing in an app or tracking information on your phone. So there's lots of research, decades of research, that shows that when you're writing with your hand, it slows your brain down. And when slowing your brain down, your mind is able to make deeper connections with the topic that you're writing about. Those deeper connections make it so that you can remember more and you become more in tune with what you're writing. I believe it's something to do with the fine motor skills and the pen and the paper and the ink and the straight line. Those type of things cause you to really engage with what you're writing with, much more than when you're just typing or using your thumbs to enter in information. The latest research I saw, I have a link in the description, had a group of students that took notes on their laptops versus a group of students who took notes with their handwriting, and they pitted them against each other on how they performed. And you don't have to guess really what happened. The people who were writing longhand notes outperformed those who took notes on the laptop. Again, it's proven time over time that when you write things with your hand, there's a deeper mental connection to what you're writing. This is just a side commentary, but with this kind of research and what we have learned about how our minds work with handwriting, I'm really surprised that our school systems, even in our youngest grades, are now using laptops and tablets to get work done and to do their homework. It seems kind of counterproductive to do that. At the youngest ages, we really want those deep connections, deep mental connections with the topic. But that's just a side note. Don't let me get on a soapbox about education. All right, so those are our 3 concepts: logging and tracking, digital writing, and writing with your hand on paper. So who wins? What wins? You heard me go on about handwriting, but at the same time, I use a journaling app that's very free-formed, and I find it to be super beneficial. I also use habit trackers, electronic ones and paper ones. I'm really going to figure out how to print out that Mandela one, and I'm going to use it. So the answer to this question is to use all 3. Use tracking, use journaling, use writing, use it all. I really do believe that a balanced diet of documenting and collecting, tracking your goals, and handwriting out your thoughts and feelings is really a nice rounded way of keeping things straight in your mind. So if you don't journal by hand, I have a free 7-day schedule that you can download. The link is in the description. Check that out. Let me know how it's going. Also, would you consider connecting with me on Instagram and Facebook? Again, I have links in the description for you to find me. All right, that's it for now. We'll see you next time.